I hate to interrupt anybody when they're talking, but I never received my one-on-one title shot after you cashed in your Money in the Bank contract on me. You got the cojones to put the title on the line against me?
Losers don't deserve title shots. Why don't you come and see me when you do something right?
Executive Vice President John Laurinaitis gave CM Punk the opportunity he was waiting for.
CM Punk will face Alberto Del Rio for the WWE Championship if CM Punk can defeat Mark Henry.
If Punk can land the elbow here, Jerry, this could be over. Punk, elbow to the heart. And there's the WWE Champion Alberto Del Rio, his personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez. But he sent Rodriguez to the ring, and Rodriguez is pummeling away on Mark Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match as a result of a disqualification, Mark Henry.
CM Punk is livid. I believe what it means is that Punk doesn't get his title opportunity at Survivor Series.
Later that night,
Wow! Alberto Del Rio is knocked out cold.
CM Punk took matters into his own hands.
It's a simple yes or no answer.
What do you say? What do you say?
And I'm not gonna let go until you say yes to giving me my match at Survivor Series.
Can I have a match in Survivor Series? You have your match! Oh, no!
Following contest scheduled for one fall is for the WWE Championship. Please welcome at this time Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, for the request of the challenger, I would like to introduce CM Punk's personal ring announcer, WWE Hall of Famer, Howard Finkel.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-year history of the WWE Championship. The title has changed hands here in New York on 50. Alberto Del Rio has had a magical year. He began the year off by winning the largest Royal Rumble in history. He also won the Money in the Bank ladder match and then cashed it in at SummerSlam to win the WWE title.
Oh, wait a minute. You know you have to keep an eye on Ricardo Rodriguez because throughout this entire magical year that you speak of, Rodriguez has been there creating shortcuts for Del Rio. And I don't think that's befitting of a champion.
You know, CM Punk enters this match a 4-time world champion and a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. In fact, he's the only man to win it 2 years in a row. King John Cena has been named Superstar of the Year at the Slammies the past 2 years.
Yeah, but you'd have to think whichever superstar wins this match here tonight will be the odds-on favorite to win this year's Superstar of the Year when the Slammies are held next month.
You know, King, speaking of the Slammies, I'm no stranger to that award. I've a few proudly displayed on my mantle at home.
Well, unfortunately, I also won a few Slammies in 1996, and they weren't necessarily career highlights, considering what I won them for. And let's just leave it at that. Geez, lights out. He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Look at CM Punk pouring on the aggression.
Look out. Great strategy being shown by CM Punk here. Well, going to the top, high risk. Uh-oh. You know, I've been watching Alberto Del Rio since he arrived here in the WWE, and he's always working the little things, something his opponent never sees coming. That's what's unique about Alberto Del Rio.
What's going to be interesting is that you would have to assume the strategy for both men in this matchup is to work the arms of the other. For Del Rio, it's the cross arm breaker, and of course for Punk, the Anaconda Vice.
And you would have to think that both of these guys are under a lot of pressure. It doesn't get any bigger than competing in the Big Apple. You know, the only thing I agree with Alberto Del Rio on is
I've been rich and I've been poor, and he's right, rich is better.
What? I find it hard to believe that the king of Memphis was once poor.
Yeah, I know that shocks you, Cole, but my early battles in Memphis with Jackie Fargo, while great, weren't necessarily sending me to the penthouse.
There's a reason for that. Alberto Del Rio, on the other hand, was born into wealth. His family is among the most wealthy and well-respected in all of Mexico.
CM Punk says he's going to make the WWE Championship interesting again.
What I don't like about CM Punk is the way that he coerced Alberto Del Rio into putting the championship on the line here tonight. Big Show had knocked out Del Rio. Then Punk put on the Anaconda Vice and made Del Rio agree to this match.
Well, remember, Punk never received a one-on-one rematch after Del... What a maneuver! With a cover now, and he breaks the cover. Whoa! Whoa! He's taking control again. Just a dominating display. Yeah, I think we could see a lot of punishment inflicted here. Bam! That arm's not going to be good for much after this assault.
Pump Del Rio up high, going for the GTS.
Oh, but look at Del Rio. He's not even going for that cross arm breaker. And, whoa, watch that roundhouse.
Yeah, but look at Del Rio. Del Rio floats into the arm breaker. Arm breaker.
Very, very painful hold here. What's he gonna do? Oh, man. That'll take the wind out of your sails. Later tonight, for the first time in history, known WrestleMania opponents will team up when The Rock partners with John Cena to battle R-Truth and The Miz.
I have a hard time believing, King, The Rock and John Cena will be able to coexist here tonight.
Well, I gotta agree, The Rock and John Cena certainly are an unlikely team. But it's not necessarily uncommon to see the great one shelve his personal feelings for the betterment of the team. You gotta remember, the Rock and Sock connection.
You're right, King. You know, Rock wasn't necessarily fond of Mankind when they first teamed, but that was different. The Rock and Mankind weren't already signed to do battle on the biggest stage of them all.
Well, that's devastating. Nice reversal there. He's draining the energy out of his opponent here.
Tonight marks CM Punk's first Survivor Series match since 2009, as injury prevented him from competing last year.
Yeah, and meanwhile, last year was Alberto Del Rio's Survivor Series debut. Unfortunately for him, though, he didn't fare too well.
Quickly getting back to Del Rio's Survivor Series appearance last year, you're right, King. It wasn't pretty for Del Rio as he and his squad were defeated by Team Mysterio in a classic Survivor Series elimination tag team match.
And who will ever forget CM Punk's first ever Survivor Series when he helped turn back team-rated RKO as a member of Team DX in 2006.
The past couple of weeks, Alberto Del Rio has assaulted CM Punk back in the locker room area as he's tried to gain every advantage here tonight.
You know, I don't necessarily agree with Del Rio's approach, but I do understand it. When you're champ, you don't want to lose the title. Once you get that feeling, it stays with you forever.
Del Rio, a two-time WWE champion, certainly knows what it means to be WWE champion. His second reign started back at Hell in a Cell when he turned back then-champ John Cena and CM Punk. You know, King, I'm thinking about filing a criminal and civil lawsuit against CM Punk after
vintage Punk.
Tonight marks the third time in WWE history that the Big Apple has played host to Survivor Series.
Yeah, and the last time was in There's the cover. Can he do it? We might be seeing the beginning of the end. Oh, jeez. It's so hard to game plan for CM. Here's a cover. Look at this.
Oh, and a kick out. And look at Punk. Wait.
He's got him.
He had a condom ice locked in. Locked in on Del Rio.
Del Rio, baby. Look at this. Del Rio's tapping out.
We got a new champion.
Oh, my God. CM Punk has won!
What a moment!
Oh, man! The WWE Championship just being handed to CM Punk. Here is your winner and new WWE Champion, CM Punk.
And now the celebration.
You're right about that. Punk sharing it with his fans.
What an incredible moment.